Hey everyone, it's Diana here. It's a rainy day and I am inside my cozy greenhouse. It's about 20 degrees warmer in here, so it feels pretty nice. We are going to start some seeds today. Let's go over the materials that we need to start seeds. So I have here an egg container that you can recycle and repurpose. So this one is plastic. You can also use a cardboard egg carton or styrofoam. I think the plastic one is pretty cool because it's like a little mini greenhouse. So I'm going to take this part out. And if you decide to use an egg carton for seed starting, just make sure that you make some holes at the bottom for water drainage. We also have these fiber peat pots. They can be pretty good for starting seeds. The only thing with these also is make a drainage hole. So you can use pretty much anything you find around your house that you think would be good to just hold some soil. Any kind of cup, really. I also have these cell trays. This is really great if you are starting a lot of seeds. And that's our plan for today, is to start tomatoes and peppers and all the good stuff that we want for summertime. Okay, so here's our material station. We have a nice container of potting mix, our different containers, seeds, popsicle sticks for labeling the seeds that we start today. Need a Sharpie for labels, and we're ready to go. Okay, so we're ready to start some seeds. In our egg carton, we are going to plant some nasturtium seeds. Nasturtium is a yummy edible flower. Let's look at the back of the packet for more information. So it says it will sprout in 7 to 14 days. Ideal temp, 60 to 65 degrees. We want to plant at a seed depth of 1/2 inch to 1 inch. That's really important. And then the plant spacing, that is for when we transplant outside. And we're just at the right timing, 4 to 8 weeks before the last frost. Here are the nasturtium seeds. They're pretty funky looking. And they're a larger seed. So that's another reminder that they need to be planted at a deeper depth than some other really tiny little seeds. So let's get started. I'm going to put them right there, and then come to the egg carton and make a little indentation 1/2 inch deep. It's nice to just use your finger, get a little bit dirty. Okay, so now we are ready to put that seed on. I'm just going to do one in each cell. Okay, a couple more. And then we can cover them up. Put the little handy cover on. Nasturtium. For our peat cup containers, we are going to plant herbs. So I have here chamomile and thyme, and I have the popsicle stick labels made up already, and I also included the date, and that's really important so we remember when we planted the seeds, and we can keep track of how long it took them to germinate, to sprout, and then when they're ready to be planted in the ground. Okay, so I'm going to make a loose indentation in the cups. These seeds, you'll see, are much, much tinier, so they'll just be sprinkled on top. Here are the chamomile seeds. They're really, really tiny. So what I'm going to do is just put a little sprinkle. You can see them on top of the cup, and then I'll just gently brush them into the top. Here are the thyme seeds, also very tiny. So just gonna do the same thing. A little sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's hard to do with one hand while I'm holding the camera. Brush it into the soil. Alright, so we have 3 containers of thyme, 3 of chamomile. Let's review the seed information, which is printed on the back of the seed packet. Very handy. So let's see what information they tell us about thyme. Planting tips. It's a hardy perennial. Start the transplants 8 to 10 weeks before the planting date. Seeds require light to germinate, so that's why we just gently put them right on top of the soil. Optimal soil temperatures for germination are 55 to 60 degrees. And seeds will emerge in 14 to 28 days. So it's a little bit of a waiting time for thyme. Okay. Here we go with the chamomile. Self-sowing annual. Direct seed in the ground, that means you can put it directly in the ground. Or you can transplant, that's what we're doing, 4 to 5 weeks before planting date. So we're getting it started a little bit early, but that's okay. Also, we put it right on top of the soil. Alright. So our cell containers, these are going to hold our tomatoes and our peppers. I'm going to show you one trick for making a little divot, a little hole to plant the seeds. I'm going to use the end of a Sharpie and just go down the line. Here are our pepper seeds. See if you can read the information for planting. How do we plant the tomato seeds?